All right, hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of Million Dollar Wednesday. This tournament that we're going to be reviewing is the OSS event number 101, the High Roller, a $630 buy-in 2-day tournament with a 1 million guaranteed prize pool. And this tournament drew a field of 1,841 players. If you guys have any questions at any point throughout the review, feel free to throw them in chat and I will do my best to answer all of them. We got a limp here from Jeff. Yanomez with the chip lead decides not to apply pressure with ace rag here. I guess he's deciding he doesn't want to get limp re-raised off the hand. And now nice result for Jeff. Flopping trips and allowing his opponent to turn top pair. This is going to be an opportunity for Jeff to get some value here. I like the check on the flop, giving his opponent a chance to bluff at the pot. I think now with the ace coming on the turn, we should see some small betting here to start building up that pot. Yanomez obviously going nowhere here with a pair of aces. And at this point, Jeff just going to be targeting that portion of his opponent's range. I think we'll see probably a 4 to 5 big blind bet here. Definitely looking to get paid. The flush did complete. Backdoor flush did complete, so if he gets shoved on, it's going to be a tough spot. But versus an ace, he's pretty much always going to get called and get paid. And look at that. 4 to 5 big blinds. How about 4.5 big blinds? Although the flush got there, I still don't know if I see Yanomez getting away from it. If he does make this fold here, very impressive. Does he think his opponent has a lot of better aces in the range? I don't think so. He'd really just have to put him squarely on a 7 or a backdoor flush to be able to make this laydown. But, you know, this is a high stakes player. And he's going to think it through. Does make the call, and that's a big pot for Jeff. Taking him from one of the shorter stacks to now being right in the middle of the pack. All right, interested to see if Hella chips. I think she'll probably min raise here off of 22. Yeah, it feels like too many chips to be doing anything else. Let's see if Jeff decides to just get frisky here. He could 3-bet, leverage her stack, put her in a decision where she has to either 4-bet, play for all her chips, or fold. Wow. And he stuffs it. Wow. She makes the call with 8s. Just needs to fade an ace, and bam. Oh, man. Okay. Let's watch that one back one more time, actually, if the replayer lets us. So it's for 22 blinds. And he's got the ace blocker. He knows the pay jumps are really significant. And I guess he's figuring, you know, all the Broadway hands are going to be folding. King queens, king jacks, king tens, queen jacks, things like that. So a lot of hands that are going to be folding. And he blocks the ace, decreases the chance that she's holding an ace, which is a lot of the calling range. Still feels like kind of a lot of chips to be risking, though. Kind of a lot of chips to be risking. Sick call from Hella chips. Stands her ground. And that's a massive chip up. Bringing her up to second place with that pot right there. And yeah, preeminent. Okay, so the question was preeminent easy. Didn't know preeminent easy was a high roller. Preeminent easy has done a lot of work. Oh, Yanomez making the call here with ace. Whoa! What a run out there right after losing that huge pot. Jamming it in with the ace 5. Jeff decides to stuff it with 4-5 suited. Yanomez correctly calls with ace 3, flops 2 pair. Gets dusted on the turn. Jeff was dead to rights and now is back in the game with 24 blinds. So yeah, preeminent easy, who makes the 3-bet here with king queen suited and will likely be taking this pot down off of Jeff Bezos, not to be confused with Jeff Bezos, who we've also seen on the tables before. He's opening pretty wide with 7-9 suited. Gets the best hand, ace jack to fold. I think we'll see a defend here from Jeff with king queen. And okay, so what I'm seeing from Jeff so far, it seems like, is that he's not so much playing to ladder. He's not so much playing to ladder. He's just playing to win. Which means a lot of times he's going to go out when the cards don't go his way. But since he's playing to win and just going hard, that means anyone who's trying to ladder up is going to have some difficulty with him, is going to feel some discomfort with him, because he's constantly putting people to the test. We saw him with the rejam with the ace-5. We saw him with the open shove with 4-5 suit. We saw him just reshove king-queen over and under the gun open because he knows that Yinomez is opening a wide range. Okay, so he's playing to win. He's playing to win, and he's therefore using ICM against everyone else. Very interesting. Yep. That's what we were saying, Paul, that he's a crusher. And that's why I said we're going to keep an eye on him. And I see there's a lot of fearlessness in this player right here. And I guess that's how you get $500,000 in profit. Actually, both these guys, $500,000 profit. All right, on to our current hand. Yinomez is open jack deuce. Matinho, queen 8 suited defends. Flops the open ender. And Yinomez with mid pair. Bets for protection on the flop. Now on the turn, checking probably to go into a check call mode unless faced with a massive bet. It is kind of awkward with the deuce kicker, but he does have second pair. Beats a 10, beats the straight draws, loses to the kings. You got to figure most of the ace X's are going in pre-flop. So will we see a check call once and then a check fold river? No, he's just going to check fold right now just because the hand's a little bit too vulnerable. And if he is behind, he has a very low likelihood of improving. So he just makes a conservative laydown. Okay, easy raise here for draw 8. And I think Jeff's got to defend here. And if he flops a king or a queen or an open-ended straight draw, the money's going in. Probably goes in on a gut shot too. Like if it comes jack 9, 7 with like 2 diamonds, think it goes in. It might even go in here. Second nut flush draw, 2 overcards. Not a bad spot for a stop and go. I mean, this exact setup, it's a bad spot for a stop and go because draw 8 has him dominated and has the flush dominated. But most of the time, the king of diamonds is going to be good here. And he can double up by getting the shove through. So I like the shove. It's a pretty unlucky flop for him. This was just kind of a cooler for Jeff Bezos. If there were any hands that should have played differently, they would have been hands prior to this one. I think this particular hand, his bust out hand, was just totally fine and just unlucky. So Jeff Bezos going to be our 8th place finisher. Taking home $18,432.30. All right, Hella Chip's taking that one down, and we see aces in the big blind for Sir Arthur Dayne. Unfortunately for him, not going to be getting any action here. Unless Hella Chips wants to use their big stack, which they can. They do have Hella Chips right now. Blind pressure. Now, that's a good spot for Sir Arthur to just call. You got aces in position. Stacks are shallow. If your opponent has a premium hand, it's probably going to get in the middle later anyway. And if your opponent has junk, you want to give them a chance to make a pair. Like if the flop came jack, well, not jack 10 deuce because you'd be behind, but like jack 10 4, you might get the full double up. If it comes king 5 3, you might get a C bet. If it comes ace 10 deuce, look at that. We're winning. And we could just call here. Nothing we need to protect against. Hella Chip's basically drawing dead, and Sir Arthur Dayne would love nothing more than for a deuce to come on the turn or a jack. Oh my. Looks like our man's getting the double. Hella Chips thinking they turned a miracle card. They're about to find out that it is quite the opposite. Much more of a nightmare card than a dream card. Probably see a continued bet, sizing up to be able to get all in by the river. Sir Arthur Dayne just going to call here. We'll have 15 bigs in the middle, 10 behind, and Hella Chips will be definitely piling the rest in the middle on the end. She's basically looking to get action from an ace. There's like a small chance this saves Hella Chips some chips. But not that big of a chance because they're really going after an ace. I think we still see, maybe they have to bet smaller now because an ace is more concerned about a 10 and a deuce, but yeah, okay, so it's a smaller bet, and then they can fold to a raise. I think if the river was not a 10, we'd see hella chips move all in here, but with the board pairing again, the assumption's kind of, if Sir Arthur Dayne has an ace, they're just going to call, and if they have a 10, they'll move all in, and therefore hella chips can fold the deuce. Now, the only way hella chips can call here is if they think Sir Arthur Dayne is turning a flush draw into a bluff, taking a king queen or a king jack or something like that into a bluff. And we'll see. 6 blinds to play for 30. Pretty good odds. Only need to be right a sixth of the time to be showing a profit, but if you're in Sir Arthur's shoes and you missed your flush draw, how often? Okay. Hella chips does make the call, and Sir Arthur Dayne gets the full double up. The key to that play, just calling pre-flop. Sir Arthur Dayne re-raised pre-flop. They miss out on all that, but because they just called, they got the perfect run out. They got that full double up. All right. Well, I think we'll see Jeff getting back to it. And no signs of slowing down from Mez. Immediately coming through, following it up with the 3-bet, 4.8. Let's see what Jeff's feeling this time. I mean, if he can 4-ball it all in with King 6, why not with Ace 10? Yep, there it is, all in, snap fold. And Jeff back up in second place. Oh, fearless. Fearless play from these guys. All right, all in and a win from Mez. What do we see here? 15 blinds. He's going to take the shove. Hella chips, picking up ace king. Preeminent easy. Going to need a 9 on the flop. Gets not one, but 2 of them. Massive double up there, going up to 100 million. 31 big blinds. Hella chips getting chopped down, having a few less chips than they did before. A nice hand there for Mr. Rose. Gotta win those. I think we see an open here from Sir Arthur. And Matinho getting a good price here. May decide to take a flop with Queen 9. Does. On this board. This one belongs to Sir Arthur. He's just going to fire a continuation bet and should be taking it down. No contest. So been at this final table for about 45 minutes now. Only lost one player. Big money up for grabs here. 24,000 for 7th, 32,000 for 6th. No one wanted to go. Matinho, here we go. All in with Queen 7. Gets called by Ace 8. And draw 8. Right on cue. We were saying we haven't lost anyone in a while. It gets our next elimination. Matinho out in 7th place, taking home $24,619.11. We're down to the final 6. Everybody here now guaranteed $31,879.37. How long have we been on the wrong scene for? Hella chips, all in with Ace 9. Gets called by Sir Arthur. Loses the flip. And hella chips, some very bad luck. Losing Ace 9 to 7s after earlier losing Ace King to Ace 9. Ace 9 was just not her hand today. Going to be going out in 6th place, taking home $31,879.37. Nice fold here with 10-9 suited. Arthur Dayne's picking up aces again. We may get a defend here from draw 8 with a connector. And this one could get a little bit dicey. Draw 8 flopping an open-ended straight draw. Certainly going to be continuing versus a flop bet. We're going to see a large bet or a small bet. I feel like with aces we can do a small bet. Because we really don't mind if our opponent just floats with overcards or something like that. And draw 8 definitely going to be at least calling. Chooses to check raise. Now if you're in Sir Arthur's shoes, do you just call here so that you can, play in position and potentially get it in on turn if your opponent's semi-bluffing, let them keep bluffing, or do you prefer to stuff it here and end the hand? It's, you know, there's going to be about 18 blinds there. You can get up to 40 if you take it down. Obviously, if your opponent has two pairs of something, you're just going to get stacked anyway, whether you call or raise. So I'm curious what Arthur's going to do. I guess having the diamond in the hand feels like a bit more like a call, whereas without the diamond, maybe a bit more like a shove. And now it's going to get dicey for draw 8. Does not improve. Well, no, doesn't improve to the best hand, but does improve. And now he's going to have a lot of outs to outdraw a hand like aces. So Arthur needs to bet really big here. Like maybe even just overbet shove all in to protect against this exact hand. Open end straight draw with a pair. It's a lot of outs. 13 outs, which is, you know, close to 30% chance of winning. So it's pretty much an overbet all in spot. You get full value from a jack. And a hand like this, it's close. It's close. You know you're behind, but the math is pretty close. And if you bet anything less than all in, it's correct for draw 8 to call. And so great job by Sir Arthur Dayne recognizing the correct sizing there. I think we'll probably see Jeff just shove. Easy call here for Yanomez with ace king suited. Gets the flop he's looking for and the turn just to lock it up. His opponent drawing dead. What's up, Ruli? Welcome in. Oh yeah, Kels. Big lick. Big lick. It's a double gut shot now for Yanomez. 9 makes him a straight. 5 makes him a straight 2. And I really like this large sizing to get hands like this to fold. If he goes for a smaller size, overcards may decide to call 1. But when he goes for a really large size, his opponent basically needs a strong pair to continue. And those large bets, sometimes those over bets are really nice to use with those draws that are, you know, 6 high, 5 high. Never going to be the best hand in and of themselves. And so are definitely getting everything they get to fold is a better hand. Now we have seen Jeff go for limp raises here. If he goes for the limp raise with 2s, he's going to be up against it. Yanomez does go with a larger sizing this time than he did before. Last time was like 4.3. This time's 5.8. We'll see if Jeff... No, wow, Jeff going for the limp shove. He's going to get called here by Yanomez. Oh my God, and banks off a deuce to take out Yanomez in 5th place on a 2-outer. So sick. So sick. Jumping up to 290 million. Yanomez taking home $41,000 for 5th, but that pot was for the chip lead. So it was basically, he just basically got gripsed for like 50,000. Wow. We're gonna open here. I think we're gonna see a shove here. Yep. Ace 10. Snap call from Jeff with ace queen. Holds on the all in. And draw 8 is going to be our 4th place finisher, taking home $53,658. Nothing he could have done differently there. That's just a good old-fashioned cooler. Kind of got dealt a good game there. Jeff, easy raise call. And really, honestly, an easy reshove for draw 8. So with that elimination, we're down to the final 3. Everyone here guaranteed a minimum payout of $69,701.33. Second place is going to be getting 90K, and first place is going to be getting 120K. We have seen some rough beats on this final table. Lots of pressure, lots of shoving. I mean, look at the 400 million versus 100 million versus 35 million. Wow. Jeff, all the chips. Wow, preeminent thinking about it. Does have the best hand with king high. No stuff goes wide. Still just, you hate to call off, because even when you have the best hand, that's what can happen. Just be barely ahead. Let's see what the percentages were on that. I guess some of it's, if he doesn't take this spot, he's going to be down to 6 blinds. Arthur Dayne's playing in a way where he's avoiding confrontation. So it is important to try to double up where he can. Ugh, just hate it. Oh, we didn't get the pre-flop. But yeah, it's probably about 55%. Another nice hit for Jeff Spiking the 9, preeminent easy, going to be going out in third place, taking home $69,701.33. Great performance all around. And all right, we're heads up. Well, let's see if Jeff's luck continues or if Sir Arthur Dayne is going to be able to pull out some magic here and make a huge comeback for a huge payout. This could be the beginning. Bottom pair and a gut shot for Jeff. Top pair for Sir Arthur Dayne. Definitely a spot where Arthur wants to bet to protect his hand. And Jeff not going to be going anywhere. Minimum check calling. Maximum check raising. Yeah. You're going to see he has a decent percentage prior to that king coming off on the turn. And if Sir Arthur Dayne had overcards or whatever, Jeff has the best hand. But with that double up, 2-1 chip disadvantage now for Sir Arthur Dayne. Big chance to make a comeback here. And we're on break. We're just going to skip this break. We will be going to marbles after this final table review is done. And oh, this could be action. 40 blinds deep, a very premium pair in pocket sevens versus a very strong hand in ace jack. I think we're going to see the money go in here. Expect a 3-bet from Jeff. It's 3-bet all in. I don't think Sir Arthur Dayne can fold here for 33 blinds. Yeah, snap call. And if a spade or a 7 comes on the river, Jeff's going to win, but an ace is not going to do it. And the roles have been reversed. Sir Arthur Dayne very quickly goes from being down 4-1 in chips to now being ahead. To now being ahead 2-1 in chips. With a chance to do even more. Oh. All right, this could be the beginning of the return to glory for Jeff. Flopping 2-pair against ace is always a nice spot. Do we want to fast play or slow play? I think the hand's strong enough we can just slow play. You don't mind letting a queen improve if Sir Arthur's got a queen. Well, he's just going to get it in. Charging the straight draws, making sure to get all the money in against a king. And not the best turn for Jeff. With the straights getting there. It is a good one in that queen jack makes 2-pair. But now that the pot is as large as it is, a little less than the pot size bet, Jeff just going to be shoving it in here. And should be getting the double up, barring a jack, queen, ace, or 10 on the river. And the chip stack grows. Oh, wow. Not straight for Jeff. Mid pair for Arthur Dayne. Yeah, we're going to see some action here. So can you imagine if the turn was a king or an 8? Things would get crazy. If Jeff keeps going on the small side, I don't think we'll be seeing Sir Arthur Dayne fold. If he goes really big, we may. I think this side's probably getting called. Yeah. Now on that river with the overcard, I think it's going to be pretty tough for Jeff to get paid. Makes sense to go for a large bet. In case your opponent has that 9, he's not going to fold it. I think 2 pairs probably would have raised earlier, so we're really just going after a 9. If you want to get paid by all his hands, you got to bet a third of the pot. But I think Jeff's probably going to go large here. Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Just looking to get value, max value from the strong part of his opponent's range. All right, action turn card here. Jeff turning open-ender to go with his pair of 7. Sir Arthur Dayne having top pair. Jeff is not the type to fold. He's going to be willing to call any size bet here. Now, is he going to get real frisky and check raise? He's capable. He's capable. It's not really necessary, but he's capable. Does just take the check call. And now on the river, beats missed spades, beats missed 8-9, beats missed overcards, doesn't beat 5-6, doesn't beat 6-8, doesn't beat 6-3. We've seen Jeff very capable of making hero calls, though. With the straight draws missing, the jack 9's missing, the jack 8's missing. We might see a call. All right, Jeff making the correct fold, and Sir Arthur Dayne taking the lead back. Standing out 2-1. We'll see a 3-bet here from Jeff. Depending on the sizing, Sir Arthur Dayne possibly be inclined to take a flop here. See if he can catch a piece, king or a 9. Or, you know, 10 jack queen would just be the game ender. Yeah, fairly long heads up for sure. This final table all in took a little bit over 2 hours, which is quite significant. But the structure of the tournament, very good structure. We also have some very good players, really good players, who aren't looking to give it away. That's for sure. Again, Sir Arthur Dayne appeared to be the less experienced of the two, and Jeff just super solid, up $500,000, not even including this score here. Oh, Jeff checking it down and then turning a king high into a bluff, successfully getting Sir Arthur Dayne off the best hand. Pair of 10s. And let's see what we got here. Queen 10 versus ace king suited. Definitely expecting a 3-bet here from Jeff. Question is, what size will he do? Previous one was 7, so I guess around that same size probably makes sense. There it is. We'll see if Sir Arthur Dayne wants to take a flop this time. Yeah, and what a flop it is. Top pair for Sir Arthur Dayne. 2x pot behind. Pretty nice spot to be. Expect Jeff to put a continuation bet out there. And Sir Arthur Dayne definitely going nowhere. This is the board he was looking for. If he calls this flop bet, there's going to be a pot-sized bet left on the turn. Nice opportunity to get to play for all the chips. There it is. Jeff turning a gut shot to go with his ace-king. He can make the best hand with an ace, a king, or a 10. Sir Arthur Dayne currently holding the best hand. Just needs to avoid all those cards. Now, if you're Jeff, you could go for a shove here to put pressure on. There's not going to be a lot of 5s and 4s, but there are going to be some pocket pairs that are weaker than a queen that are probably going to fold. And I guess you just accept that if you do that and your opponent has a queen, you're getting called, and you hope that you improve to that ace, that king, or that Broadway straight. So we get the shove. Expect we're going to see a call from Sir Arthur Dayne, and it's all going to come down to the river here. River is a queen, giving Sir Arthur Dayne 3-of-a-kind queens, 552,300,000 chips, and Jeff going to be our second place finisher, taking home $90,192.64, while our champion, Sir Arthur Dayne, is going to be taking home $118,326.71, turning his shark scope around and getting himself over 100,000 in the black. Big congratulations to everybody who made the final table, particularly our champion, Sir Arthur Dayne, taking home 120K. Jeff, what a run, what a final table, what an aggressive player, and what wild plays. I really enjoyed watching him play, and picked up some things for sure. Hope you guys did too. Jeff taking second, preeminent easy. Great job laddering his way up to close to the top, taking home 70K. Draw 53,000. Yanomez so unlucky So unlucky. Getting 41,000 as a consolation prize, but definitely deserved a bit more. Hella Chips also getting extremely unlucky, having the chip lead earlier, finishing with $31,879. And Matinho, our 7th place finisher, taking home 24K, and Jeff Bezos, 8th, taking home $18,432. Again, this was the final table from the OSS event 101, the main event, 1 million guaranteed with a $630 buy-in, 1,841 players, total prize but $1.104 million. So hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to watch more final table reviews like this, click the links or the videos up here for a playlist of every single one of our ACR Cards Up final table reviews. And then take what you learned, go out there, and get stacking.